I think Nintendo are going to be announcing and releasing some insanely huge games very, very soon. And of course, we have so many rumors about the Nintendo General Direct, which we've covered many times. I'm not just going to recap all that stuff again. But the leaked games are on the screen if you want to pause and read these. But we are in a moment of silence from Nintendo. People are wondering, people are leaking things, posting, random rumors, some real, some definitely fake. We currently don't have a Nintendo General Direct planned. However, we do have leaks of there being no Pokemon Presents. Now, why am I talking about a Pokemon Presents in a Nintendo General Direct video? Well, let me explain. So, we have a rumor that we're not going to be getting any Pokemon Presents this year, which is the same thing as a Nintendo Direct, just Pokemon specifically. We usually have 2 of those a year, just like how we usually have about 2 Nintendo General Directs a year. Like, that's, I'd say, the average, right? We've had leaks and rumors of there being no General Direct before June, so that would leave a General Direct being June, July, August, or, September, October, which I just don't think they're gonna wait that long. But if we don't have another Pokemon Presents, which is also usually around the summertime, and they tend to follow each other. A lot of the times, Pokemon Presents and a Nintendo General Direct are pretty close to each other. Not like, back to back, maybe a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks even. So if there is not going to be another Pokemon Presents this year, that leaves the door wide open for a Nintendo General Direct to be announced and be released and go live and give us some huge updates, especially because of the fact that Winds and Waves Generation 10 of Pokemon is coming out next year in 2027. We're like 17 months out from that game, which is insane. So we have so much time from now until then for Nintendo to be dropping their big game. So that's exactly what I think is going to happen. I think they will take advantage of this opportunity, especially with the success of the Mario Galaxy movie. Nintendo, they have been silent with their first party stuff, but everybody is still so hyped for the future of Nintendo. People will not stop talking about it. I feel like this hype is literally on a different level. And with that Pokemon Presents stuff, they don't have to compete with Pokemon this year. That would leave any first party, game, announcement, whatever, for Nintendo to thrive even more. And now, we do have leaks and rumors, of course, of Mario, Zelda, the typical one, but we do need a 3D Mario. Like, we are 100% in the need for a new 3D Mario game. But not only that, we've had a lot of, spin-off games or kind of lower tier game, I guess I'd call them, from Nintendo, first party stuff on the Switch 2 so far, aside from a couple. I just mean some of the more recent games, like Splatoon Raiders is a spin-off. It looks really fun, I'm definitely going to play it, but that is a spin-off game. So we are definitely all ready for some more big announcements, just to know, just so we can plan ahead, because we already pretty much know everything that Nintendo are releasing at the moment, or / have already released that they announced months and months ago. So we kind of need an updated list. They need to give us that new slate of upcoming releases so we could plan ahead of time, save up money, because, gaming is expensive nowadays. But also just so we can hype up, the future of these Nintendo games even more. Like the next 3D Mario game, 100% is going to happen soon, I would say. And by soon, I don't exactly know how soon. But I would say without a doubt, it will happen. It's been about 10 years since Mario Odyssey. That's the last big 3D Mario game, so I feel like it's right around the corner. Of course, we've had rumors of the Mario Kart DLC potentially being out this summer, but now, of course, people are saying it's going to be next year. I think it needs to happen this year, personally, because I want to play Mario Kart World again, but every time I play it, I kind of get bored quickly, as bad as that sounds. We also do have new rumors of a Planet Robobot, remake or port coming to the Switch. Now, my Twitter is down for some reason. I can't use Twitter at the moment, because we do have a post that literally was just posted, but we do have an article from last year, and apparently Nate the Hate was also saying that Planet Robobot will eventually find its way to the Switch. So like I said, this is from last year, so he said the Switch, and obviously now the Switch 2 is the main focus. So it never came to the Switch, of course, but that doesn't mean it can't come to the Switch 2. They probably were just thinking, you know what, might as well just release it on the Switch 2. So I could totally see Planet Robobot becoming a Switch 2 exclusive, I guess you could say port or remake. Not exactly sure what it's going to be, but it will be Planet Robobot. Actually, would you look at that? Twitter is finally working for me. So here we have rumor, a remake of Planet Robobot. Honestly, it was one of the most underrated Kirby games. Mecha gameplay, incredible OST, perfect pacing. I could totally see this. This is one of those Kirby games that has had so much love and so much praise over the years. I feel like this is probably one of the most popular and I guess fan favorite Kirby games in the modern day. Anytime anyone talks about the 3DS, this is like a top 10 game. So that would be really, really cool. And the Switch 2 has been having a lot of ports, remasters, remakes, whatever you want to call it. So I definitely do think that's not going to change. I think we're going to get more and more remakes, more and more ports over the years, because at the end of the day, it is really good filler for Nintendo in between the big, huge games like the new Zeldas, the new Marios, Donkey Kong, which there probably won't be a Donkey Kong game for a long time unless they decide to release Country Returns again for like the 20th time. In other news, we actually have the demo available for Final Fantasy Rebirth on the Switch 2. You can see right here that they are keeping the momentum going and they released the demo for the game, which didn't have perfect performance on the PS5. The size of this demo is 45 gigabytes, which is crazy, and your save data will transfer to the full game when it does fully release on. Another huge piece of news today is that 2028 we actually do have a new Nintendo and Illumination film set. So we just talked about the massive leak of all of the huge upcoming movie titles that are apparently going to happen. You know, Star Fox, Donkey Kong, Kirby, like insane, guys. Absolutely insane. The Nintendo Cinematic Universe is happening, which is very weird to say, but I'm here for it. So basically this new news is that it is listed for, I guess, the 12th of April 2028. So in about 2 years, and it could be the Donkey Kong film, maybe Pikmin, or something else entirely. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the next Mario movie, but I also would not be surprised if it's not. I could totally see this being the Donkey Kong or the Pikmin movie, and then they release the next Mario movie probably the following year or in 2 years after that, so 2030. And apparently Universal wants the Metroid movie to kind of be a horror movie. Universal and Sony are trying to get the Metroid movie under their belt, so Universal actually would want it to be a horror movie, and I guess the rumor is that Sony's also wanting the Metroid movie, which is interesting, bro. Metroid movie would go crazy. I'd be there for that. If we could have any new Nintendo movie based on any Nintendo IP, which one would you pick? Okay, so this is kind of crazy but funny news. So the Japanese FX company confirms original Star Fox puppets have been destroyed. Bro, these are creepy. What the heck? So this was for promotions of the original Star Fox game on the Super Nintendo, and they had live action puppets with, you know, Fox, Slippy, Falco, and Peppy. The puppets were extremely fragile and they were disposed of after the production was finished, which makes sense, but that's also sad because I love stuff like this. Like, preserving media history is so cool, so it would be really awesome if these still existed, but I don't know. What would this thing look like in the modern day? I don't even want to know, man. Nintendo are just doing something else right now. They are going crazy with everything. They're really expanding in a major way. Like, the movies will expand everything. The games, bro, you guys already thought that they have been selling well with the games and the Switch 2 consoles, but you just wait until the Nintendo Cinematic Universe picks up even more. And man, I'm hoping this is gonna be good because it hopefully would make the budget for the games even larger. And not even to mention only that, you know, like the theme parks, like the Mario Land, you know, Pokemon parks hopefully coming to America, because we have rumors of those being at the Universal Studios parks in a bigger and better way, which is really cool. But we're seeing an insane expansion of Nintendo right now, so I just hope they don't forget about the games. I hope they don't forget about where it all started. Anyway, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss all Nintendo news, leaks, and updates. If you are around watching this far in the video, comment down below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Someone